another forum, you spoke about the need for ASEAN to come together. And right now, they are very individualistic in dealing with the problem. Now, what is the danger if ASEAN doesn't come together?
On the one hand, ASEAN is not alone as a regional organization that has had a difficult time grappling with the coronavirus. You look at EU, it's almost like every country for itself, right? I mean, when the infections skyrocket and the trajectory, the curve goes way up, you have to take care of your own country. So the United States, they close airspace, for example. Mm-hmm. And you see some of this also in Europe and also in Asia, in ASEAN, Southeast Asia. So we still have travel restrictions in Singapore, Thailand, most of Southeast Asia, in fact. So ASEAN is not alone in having a hard time. But I think ASEAN should be very vigilant and should see this as a regional crisis needing a regional response, because ASEAN now is more important than pre-COVID. The world economy is going to go through some hard times now. World trade is going to decrease. We are seeing borders going up. So, we're seeing some deglobalization. Supply chains will move closer to home. So we're talking about a very different kind of world economy. For Southeast Asia, we have to rely more on ourselves, individual countries, but also on the region. ASEAN, Northeast Asia also, Japan, South Korea, China, Taiwan. This is where I think we have to look for growth areas for trade. So ASEAN, on the one hand, wants to be a production hub, mm-hmm. Supply chain, factory, a regional factory for the world. And that, I think, is still very much on the cards. And ASEAN's success is very much based on its economic development and its ability to prevent internal conflict in the organizations. In intramural conflict, we've prevented that. So we've had internal peace and prosperity in ASEAN for some time, 52 years, mm-hmm. more or less. The first half of it, we had Indochina, but since 1999, the 21st century, ASEAN's success has been economic development and keeping the peace and maintaining prosperity. The COVID-19 is a big challenge. It's grave because, if ASEAN cannot contain it, not just individually, but this virus can go around the region. Suppose Thailand has stabilized. Thailand can get reinfected from Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia. Vietnam has had a very good record, good numbers so far, but Vietnam can also get reinfected from the other countries. Philippines, Indonesia, Singapore is seeing a spike from migrant workers from nearby countries. So this is a situation where you have a regionalization of the virus that requires a regional response. And ASEAN has been short of it, but I think they're getting their act together a bit more now. It's taken some time to get a consensus, but I think it has to be seen as a regional virus with needing a regional response. My hunch is that going forward, we will see it going two ways, one of two ways. Either we will see the virus evolving and maybe coming in another wave. We could get numbers stabilizing, but we don't know. There's a lot of unknowns. They can exacerbate later on in the year, with the monsoon season, with rain. Some people are saying maybe the virus is allergic or, doesn't handle the hot temperature well. The correlation between temperature and virus, we don't know. Mm-hmm. But ASEAN has to be vigilant and not complacent because we can be hit with future waves of infections. That's one way.
What are the key things that ASEAN countries can do together?
That's one way it could go. Another way it could go, I'm hoping that maybe this will kind of blow over for the unknown reasons, temperature and humidity and so on. In terms of doing things together, I think sharing information, sharing medical advice, expertise, equipment, know-how, handling. I think sharing data on testing, infections, best practices. I think Vietnam has a lot to share with the region. Singapore as well, Malaysia as well. Malaysia has seen a lot of testing. Thailand has been low testing, and numbers in the Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos very low. almost curiously, suspiciously low. Philippines, Indonesia, big concerns. So sharing data expertise, a lot of sharing. That's being done. I think that they've woken up to it. But what's missing is speed. It has to be fast. We cannot wait, like the traditional, the ASEAN way of consensus seeking, taking a long, long time. We need consensus, but it has to be much faster. It has to be, speed is key in fighting this virus.